Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to another episode of my F1 Road to Glory series for 2020, for episode number 2 today, the Bahrain Grand Prix. Last time out of the Australian Grand Prix, we opened up the season with much change to get used to. We had to kind of bury the hatchet a little bit with some old foes, but some things really never change here at good old Williams. Who is this? Where's Robert? Where's Rob? Why is Pierre Gasly? Oh, Lord. I need to let him through. You know, let's forget about the bad blood from previous F1 game experiences. Let him through. We need to play the team game. These are important points for the team.
Not good enough. Not good enough at all. Let's push harder next time, okay?
Are you actually serious? This man... it's the first episode of this season, and I'm already done with it. So yeah, the relationship with Jeff is off to a real strong start once again here in this third season of the Road to Glory series. But yeah, last episode was odd in a way. You know, the car had some pace, which was nice. We had to actually be friendly to Pierre Gasly in the F1 game for once, play the team game. It was the correct thing to do with some damage there. And so we come here to Bahrain with quite high spirits, actually. I think we can do even better here, maybe. That's a power circuit. And as you can clearly see on this menu on your screen right in front of you, we've got no failures on the upgrades. Forget the fact that I didn't actually purchase any upgrades. We've got no upgrade failures, so that's the positive. You know, you can't get any failures if you don't bother buying any upgrades. So, you know, in my mind, this is a win-win situation. That is until maybe the other teams catch up to us a little bit. Thankfully not. No one has actually upgraded for this weekend, so we're good for now. For now, this party line is going to work up until maybe the next episode where they maybe do start to upgrade, and if we do not, maybe we start lagging behind already. But you can see now a bit more clearly on this version of the chart compared to last episode, the fuel spread is very, very close. Means it's going to be uber competitive, and you know, we have a lot of high hopes of actually mounting some sort of championship charge this year against the likes of Ferrari and Red Bull. I think last episode, that calculated decision to let Gasly through, I think bodes well. That, you know, you can clearly see I've done some growing through this series. You know, the car's grown a lot, I've grown a lot as a driver, and you know, we're playing the team game, we know where we need to. But having said that, if after today we have a great result and Jeff gives me some ad-lib on the radio, I will ask him to jump off a cliff. On to qualifying then, our one-shot flyer here into turn 1. The power feeling good, almost so good I can't slow the car down in time, really, to be honest, as we get to that apex and miss it horrendously there. But we slide through the next few up into P7. It is at the moment Vettel leading the way. We actually maintain that P7 just about there, slipping down to P8 as we go through into Sector 3. Keen viewers might notice on this onboard lap that we've actually got the correct shade of blue now on the car. Kind of helps when the intern who paints the car is not blindfolded. That's what happened last season, and that's why we had that horrendous blue and white. So he just, you know, basically tripped up and kind of sprayed some blue on the all-white car. This year, he got the wrong shade of blue. Next year, I'm sure he'll probably paint the wrong car to start painting the car next to us on the grid. But anyway, we go on across the line at this qualifying lap for P7 in the end.
Good work.
And my words, I can't believe it. Jeff's happy with that. He's actually satisfied with that P7. I will very much take that. Gasly in the end in P6 as well. So that is literally where the car is. Not even me dragging it up there. Once again, Gasly shows he's proving to be a great teammate to us. He's actually going to push me this season, perhaps, and push the team forward as well, along with myself. But very Noah's Ark 2x2. I'm not sure on the coding of that from Code Masters of this game. A little bit fishy, but we'll move on. It helps us out to be up there in P6 and 7, so I'm not going to complain too much. I mean, the Mercedes are split, so I guess we'll give them that, but everything else looks a little bit computerized. Obviously, they're bigger glitches I'm sure the game could chuck at us there, so just thankful they've not cropped up quite yet. Emphasis on yet this episode, nay, this entire season through the next future episodes, really. So we now move to the grid then for this Grand Prix. From this position, like I think we can do really well. It's a power circuit, so we should have a good straight line advantage on the straights here. In terms of the setup, I've not really compromised too much. I've made sure we've got enough air, I feel, to navigate the corners, but even that was still a little bit tricky. You saw there on that qualifying lap, sometimes just going a little bit too hot because the car's going so quick and the car can't really just slow itself down basically in time. So here's hoping we don't hit the back of anyone basically, but I think this can be a decent one. Looking forward to it.
after the points finish last race. Let's aim to keep the momentum going.
So far the team seems in pretty high spirits then throughout this episode. Jeff now twice positive there, so making up for the negativity at the end of last episode. The strategy will be, of course, a one-stop soft tire to the mediums. But knowing us, of course, we could still fluff that up at the pit stop or even putting on the wrong starting tire. Ask for softs and I get hards. You never know. It's Willie. I mean, we got the paint scheme wrong on the car. Who's to think that we haven't got the paint scheme wrong on the tires? I know Pirelli are the ones that provide them. I'm sure it's very feasible that the same intern that got the car colours wrong stumbled into the room where we keep the tyres and just started spraying them different colours. You just never know with Williams. That is the plan today. Lower fuel, but obviously saving enough still that we can use that punch of rich mix and of course the ERS all down those straights there. But like I said, I'm confident. Let's get into this. As we now go to 5 red lights for round number 2 of the 2020 season in the F1 Road to Glory. Here we go to 5 red lights for the Bahrain Grand Prix. The lights are on for an age, but we're underway finally there. It's initially a good start there for myself and Pierre Gasly, bogging down though a little bit with the wheel spin, trying to get the power down that we have in the rear wheels. But Gasly sends one down the inside end of the Red Bull. Valtteri Bottas, we're stuck here just kind of looking at them both in P7, but a little bit of a gap that opens up on the left-hand side of Gasly. Can we go through and get up into P6? Maybe potentially more. We can make a dive on Bottas. Maybe we're going to go for it. Send it to the inside. The rear end steps out there. We push Bottas wide, and we've actually managed to get both of us through. But Gasly comes back at us, and he's back up in the position, up into P5. So Gasly's showing that he's really just not going to leave me behind this season, and he's very much going to put up a fight here. So both of us now up the order there. Did some good teamwork once again, you know, like Australia. Like from last episode, we're showing some good pedigree that when one of us makes the move, he kind of takes the courtesy of making the move so, you know, wide and making the turn so wide that he lets the other car through as well. I think that's going to be the way we can make our way up the grid, basically. And with that double pass done, though, on the Red Bull, we move on through then. Next phase of this GP on towards lap number 3. You can see Leclerc has passed up the Grand Prix. I'm still P6 and actually struggling to keep up with Pierre Gasly in P5 there. He's actually on the back of, I think, Sergio Perez in the Mercedes and the other Red Bull in this Grand Prix, and Max Verstappen there into turn 1. You can see we're still having issues like we had in qualifying, where we're just getting oversped into these corners, basically. I try to be way too confident under braking and what the car's capable of in the corners there. And as we move on through the next lap, Gasly now finding some pace and maybe make a move now finally on Perez, but Perez equally making a move maybe on Max Verstappen. Down the inside he goes, and we're going to join them now. We come perfectly onto the scene then, and so it's maybe going to be a four-way fight potentially, but Gasly still looking the one punchy as he opens DRS and goes to the move to the inside. Perez squeezes him there to the right, and we're going to try and maybe make a move if we can, need to just kind of be a bit patient and see where the space opens up. You can see I'm still struggling to really keep the car in a straight line as we go through. Perez keeps the position for now, but it seems like we have the pace to be the lead Mercedes powered car here. Now we're in tandem here, 5 and 6 alongside each other once more like we were at the start of the GP. So in a way, this battling has helped me close up a little bit because I really wasn't keeping up with Gasly and the rest of them there. But Gasly unable to make the move quite yet there. 2 times he's tried, maybe a 3rd time lucky. Kind of listening to me maybe a little bit as he has DRS and a second bite at the cherry, and down the inside he goes, and this time he will make it stick there. Gasly up into P4. Perez tries to go the long way around to get his nose in there, but ultimately gets it chopped off, so he's down to P5. And now can we pounce on this silver arrow and make this the 4-5 for Williams there and really become then the lead Mercedes power team in this GP and really the season so far if you think about last race as well. So here we go now on the left hand side through the last corner. Easy does it. Go for the switchback move from the left to right there. Beautiful stuff on the exit. Power off there. We'll get DRS as well because I think we were behind with the activation points, and so we are going to try and speed through and catch up to Gasly into turn 1 and maintain the position ahead of Sergio Perez. Don't think he had the straight line speed anyway, even with us without DRS, but the DRS definitely helped us out there as well, and it will help us out to close up to Gasly now. We get a great run off that left hand. They're going to have DRS here, also hot lap mode and overtake mode to use there. We're still in rich mix from the previous straight. Gasly goes a little bit defensive. We go round the outside, lock up on the front right, but we're just going to drift through there on the exit. He's unable to get it, and we're up into P4, and that overtake was a bit personal, you know, making sure we're staying ahead of Gasly, stamping our authority on the tip. Oh my, and it's gone, and we're round, and that's just happened. It was all going so well, maybe too well actually, for us as a team and for myself personally there, and we come through and see what that was the car literally could not contain my genius. It could not contain the driving skill I possessed and showed there to overtake Perez and Gasly in one foul swoop in half a lap, and it just started to combust and implode inside the car. Forget the fact we're on the curb, it doesn't matter, we could have been anywhere and that car would have spanned 360 like that. That's what happened there. So now we've got it all to make up. We've got the Hamilton in the Racing Point ahead of us now, as well as Bottas in the Red Bull. So yeah, not great. We're down to P8. It's lap number 6, so we're nearly halfway through this Grand Prix now. We're going to actually come in at the end of this lap for our pit stop then, so we've not got a lot of time left to make this up. I'm not really too sure we can recover fully from this. We just have to try and close back up to Hamilton and get those 2 positions we effectively lost before we kind of entered that 3-way fight with the Mercedes and Gasly, basically. So we make the pit stop onto a set of yellow wall medium tire to the end of the GP. We're now in P19 in the race, because everyone else has yet to actually make their pit stop yet. To be fair, after that performance and that spin, maybe this is where we deserve to be in the car, clearly. This is, yeah, this has been a dark day so far, I can't lie. I don't think I've been this embarrassed in the car ever since maybe, I think, Kubica beat us that one time in the wet. Meanwhile, a lap later, then pit stops occurring for Verstappen and Gasly. You can see Verstappen very close to Vettel. Now, I'm pointing that out because this is very important. Vettel was in P2. He had a massive gap to Verstappen, who was close to Gasly, who's right there. But because there's been all this traffic, you can see the Alfa Romeo, the Renault, all this traffic that's started on the medium tyres, it's holding these guys up and kind of bunching them together. You can see Verstappen so much closer to Vettel, and also Gasly may not be too far behind. Is now, as Vettel has to try and pass Carlos Sainz, that is, I think, in the McLaren. Very awkward there through the final corner. Verstappen's going to get a good run. Those two are going to fight as Sainz now finally comes in for his pit stop. But here we go, the damage has been done. Verstappen now side by side with Sebastian Vettel for P2 in this Grand Prix effectively there. But whilst those two battle behind as well, you can see Gasly is overtaking the Renault, and he's there. He's closing up, and slowly but surely Gasly is turning what was going to be maybe just a P5 and 4 into maybe could start to creep up onto the podium positions, perhaps. You just never know, really, because these two still squabbling there, and there Gasly's already cleared that traffic. He's got clean air just to push up, and the same thing is for us. We're pushing up now to 2 cars fighting. Hamilton, this is, versus Valtteri Bottas, I believe, in the Red Bull still there. Those two going side by side nearly there, so those two can hold each other up. I can get those 2 free positions, potentially, if they're squabbling and catch them napping, potentially. But the issue I have here is, well, Gasly, he's close to a podium, and it's only the 2nd race of the season, and obviously, you know, there's been that thing of, you know, me being the team leader, the one that gets the glory, gets the podiums, gets the surprise race wins. It's not looking good. Lap number 11 now. We're sizing up maybe potential moves on Hamilton and Bottas here. Playing a little bit cool and calm because we need to make sure we can get past them and pull away there. So I'm saving fuel, saving ERS here. Actually, I say I'm saving fuel. I've been burning quite a bit of fuel right now. You can see I'm actually quite in the negative now. So that's why I'm down to lean mixture. We need to try and save some fuel. But at the same time, equally, I need to burn it to actually catch up to these guys, because the only thing this car has is straight line speed, of course. But now we've got Romain Grosjean out of the GP, and oh yes, the virtual safety car. That might just save us a little bit here with the fuel. We can save a lot of fuel here. Also gather up the ERS. And so on the restart here we go. Virtual safety car ending. We're trying to time this as best we can through the final corner. Didn't lose too much time, but also didn't gain really much to Hamilton there or Bottas. But I think Hamilton has a good run on Valtteri maybe here, so maybe we can do something. But as we move on through the last few laps of this GP, we move back to the fight between P2 Verstappen now and P3 Vettel. So they've already swapped positions beforehand. Vettel only getting brake checked, and here goes Pierre Gasly. This is what I'm worried about, but this is also great news for the team, but maybe not for me. Here we go. There's 3 wide between the Williams, Red Bull and Ferrari there. Vettel has got Verstappen. Gasly's got both of them. He's done the double pass. Vettel comes back at him though. It's great squabbling between Williams and Ferrari there. You've not seen it for many, many years, this kind of battle between these two teams, but there goes the Frenchman down the inside to try and re-overtake Vettel to finish the job and get these 2 moves on this next lap. Then Vettel though, with the better downforce, pulls around the long way. Surely he's going to have it. He does mid-apex. You can see that speed difference there with the downforce kicking in for the Ferrari, but Gasly still keeps his nose in there. My God, he is not giving up. He's wringing the neck out of this Williams car, and I think it's going to end though, unfortunately. Vettel will get ahead and finish the job there to get back into P2, but I think the damage is done. I think Pierre Gasly legit might get a podium here and pull down my pants as the race leader here early on in this third season of the F1 Road to Glory. Absolute biblical scenes here. But here we are, still behind Bottas now. Hamilton's just overtaken him, but we've only got a lap and so to go here. The second last lap of the GP this is. We close up with DRS, but still, we're being patient here because I'm trying to wait for the right time, you know, because we only have kind of one shot at this to get both of them, so we need to wait for the right time. This is not it. I think we need to try and make a move into turn one. So just going to close up there, save the fuel, keep the ERS going here. We have a little look to the inside there, but we're not going to make the lunge quite yet. Patience is going to be a virtue for us here to make up these two positions here. You know, maybe we need some patience earlier when we made that overtake on Gasly. But here we go now. Bottas makes the move on Hamilton. And here we come at a rate of knots here, rocketing down the inside of Hamilton and Bottas for P6. We get it slowed down on the exit. Bottas tries to get us back there, but we push him away, get the elbows out. Hot lap mode engaged, overtake mode, DRS open for the second bite of the cherry. Lean mixer to save the fuel. We got a save left over for the remainder of this race, but I think that just might be us booked in for P6 and recovering the two positions we lost before the entire kerfuffle we had earlier on with Perez and Gasly. But here we come, the fast lap of the GP. The race winner is Charles Leclerc, but there goes Pierre Gasly to get third place and the first podium for the team this season. Oh God, oh God.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Even Jeff doesn't care about me anymore already. That was neither a negative or a positive response. That was just very neutral. You know, just pick up rubber. You know, who cares about the man who's just getting P5 or 6 when we've got a third place podium here with Gasly? Oh Lord, this is not sitting with me well, ladies and gents. I was kind to the man. We buried the hatchet last episode, and now he's taking foothold of the team already. He's already got the first podium, second race of asking, and he's outscoring us. He's outscoring us in the championship. He's ahead of us in the he's the leader in the championship between myself and him in this Williams team. These are dark, dark days, ladies and gents. I don't know what to do with myself. I've always been used to being the team leader Road to Glory. I don't know how to be a backup man in Road to Glory. I will not stand for this. I need to rectify. Next race, we need to come swinging. This, you can tell it's not going to end well, is it? Alright, so we come through the end of that GP, have to dust ourselves off there and just kind of look forward then to the next one. To be honest, we can't dwell on that too much there, but we get extra resource points for completing and scoring 12 Drivers' Championship points. Now, see, some things really definitely never change with Williams. These goals, now listen here, Williams, we're third on paper on the grid. We're maybe looking to mount a championship fight, and you're setting me a goal of 12 Drivers' Championship points. Just 12. You know what? I've suddenly not too bothered. I'm not bothered by that goal at all. You know what, Williams? Keep the low goals coming. Keep them coming. The bar is low, and that is good. That is great for everyone. It's great for morale. It's great for my morale. Let's keep it nice and low. So a very topsy-turvy Bahrain Grand Prix. That's definitely shaking things up a little bit in the team, in the series potentially for the rest of this. Sets this up nicely. But in terms of upgrades, we've got enough to purchase an ultimate drag reduction upgrade, which I'm going to go for, because although we need aero, the fact that that's still there, it kind of surprises me that we've still got some more drag to reduce based on this car. So that maybe will be a massive aid for us, because then we can start to compromise the wings even more potentially later on. But that will take some time. That'll take to the Spanish Grand Prix. So again, a second episode in a row where we don't have any upgrades to come for the next one. But obviously, like we established at the very beginning, that means that there's a guarantee of no failures. So, swings and roundabouts, really. So, guys, if you did enjoy this one, then be sure to smash that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, subscribe for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.